In this video, we are going to look at adverbs. This is a topic covered in the Grammar for 3B on page 160 in your textbook. Let's start by talking a bit about adjectives. Adjectives are words that modify nouns and pronouns. Modify means something like describe in this sense. Here we have, my stupid brother broke the TV. Stupid describes brother, which is a noun. That is, it modifies brother. Accordingly, stupid is an adjective. Here's another example. My brother is loathsome. Here, loathsome is modifying brother, and therefore, it's an adjective as well. Here's another example. I have 33 oranges. 33 here is modifying oranges, and therefore, it's an adjective because oranges is a noun. Finally, he is smart. Smart here is modifying the pronoun he. Accordingly, it is an adjective. By the way, adjectives can be identified because they answer the questions how many, which one, and what kind. This is actually the best test there is to figure out whether you're dealing with an adjective or not. If a word answers one of these three questions, it's an adjective. Let's look at some examples. You need a red book. Red here is an adjective, and notice that it answers the question, what kind? What kind of book do you need? You need a red book. Here's another example. I saw the ugly painting. Again, ugly is an adjective modifying the noun painting, and this ugly here arguably answers the question, what kind? You might also say it indicates which one, because in this case you're identifying which painting. Finally, if we look at give me 30 apples, 30 here is modifying apples, and it answers the question how many. Just to sum up, the best test you can use to figure out whether something is an adjective or not is ask the question whether it answers the questions how many, which one, or what kind. Let's move on to adverbs now. Adverbs are words that modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Here's an example. I walk slowly down the street. Slowly here is modifying walked. It's telling us how I walked. That's a verb, so therefore this is an adverb. That is, slowly is an adverb. Bill is marvelously intelligent. Now, intelligent is an adjective describing Bill. Marvelously, on the other hand, is modifying intelligent. It's telling us how intelligent Bill is. Now, since marvelously is modifying an adjective, it must be an adverb. This is an adverb. Finally, we have she will arrive very early. Early here is actually an adverb describing when she will arrive. Will arrive is a verb, so therefore early has to be an adverb. Interestingly enough, very is also an adverb. Very is modifying early, is describing how early. And since early is an adverb, very has to be an adverb too, because words that modify adverbs are adverbs. So we actually have two adverbs in this sentence. Early is an adverb because it's modifying the verb will arrive, and very is an adverb because it's modifying the adverb early. By the way, adverbs can be identified because they answer the questions how, when, or where. These are really, really good tests. If a word answers the question how, when, or where, it's an adverb. Here are some examples. We will remain here. Here answers the question where, and therefore it is an adverb. John turned quickly. That answers the question how, therefore it's an adverb. You'll note that it's actually modifying the verb turned. And I told you yesterday. Yesterday is answering the question when. Yesterday is answering the question when. Consequently, yesterday is an adverb. And it happens to be modifying the verb told. It's telling when I told you. In English, we can often turn an adjective into an adverb by adding ly to the adjective. Here are some examples. Here we have the adjective easy, as in that's an easy exam. Easy is an adjective modifying the noun exam. But if we add ly to it, we get easily, which is an adverb, and we can say, you can pass that exam easily. Here, easily is an adverb, answering the question how, and modifying the verb can pass. Similarly, we can take an adjective like warm and add an ly to it and get the adverb warmly, as in these examples. We were given a warm welcome. Warm here is an adjective modifying the noun welcome. When we add an ly to warm, we get warmly, and now we have an adverb, as in we were welcomed warmly. Here, warmly is modifying the verb were welcomed and is an adverb. This can be done in Latin too. That is, you can change an adjective into an adverb. To change an adjective of the first and second declension into an adverb, add long e to its stem. Here's an example. This is a first and second declension adjective. Stultus, stulta, stultum. It means foolish. If we take its stem and we add a long e to it, we get stulte, and that is an adverb meaning foolishly. Here's another example. This is the first and second declension adjective pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum. Remember, the stem of this word is not pulcher, but pulchra without the e. So the stem is pulchra, and if we add a long e to that, we get pulchre. So if pulcher means beautiful, pulchre means beautifully. To change an adjective of the third declension into an adverb, add iter or ter to its stem. This is a little bit tricky. Sometimes we use iter, sometimes we use ter, and there are rules, but they're not worth learning right now. Just take my word for it and be able to recognize that this is how you change an adverb or an adjective of the third declension into an adverb. So for instance, fortis, which means brave, becomes fortiter, bravely. And audax, which means bold, becomes audacter, boldly. Remember the stem of audax is audac because the word is audax, audacis, and the stem is audac. So we add ter to that stem, we get audacter. Finally, I should note that there are a few irregularities, which your book also notes. The adjective bonus becomes the adverb bene. This should not surprise English speakers because we have the same sort of problem. We have the adjective good, but the adverb is well. So bonus goes to bene, and that just has to be memorized. Your book also notes that parvus, which means little, goes to paulum, which means a little or slightly. And multus, which means much, goes to multum as an adverb. And magnus, which means great, goes to magnopere, which means greatly. The end. This has been a Barking Blue Heeler production.